Welcome to my digital channel. I'm a traditional artist. Here's some of my watercolors and oil paintings, and the channels I've got for these, the links are in the description if you want to take a look at that. So do hit the like and subscribe if you want to follow my digital journey. It's new for me. Here we go. So my plan for this is to make it a suitable painting for doing a watercolor demonstration, which at the end of the video I'll show you my watercolor painting that I did. And those digital artists out there, I'm sure you'll be cringing at what I'm doing and the tools I'm using, but I'm using this Huion tablet that I've only recently bought, and I've mainly just used it for doing traceables for my members, but I think I can probably use it for doing this to come up with some interesting designs and make scenes more interesting to paint. That for years and years I just painted the photograph as it was, and that was fine, but sometimes they were just a little bit disappointing, the paintings, but I copied the photograph quite well. So maybe sometimes it's a good idea to perhaps think outside the box and have a go at coming up with something else. And let's embrace a bit of digital technology. Obviously these have been around for years. I'm always late to the show. So there we go. We'll turn that into a cafe. That's a bit bright, that red, isn't it? Let's tone that down a little bit. There we go. So there's a cafe. We'll just darken it inside there. Get rid of that center post. Let's get rid of all of that. And it'll be slightly darker in the top as it disappears into the back of the room. And this is, just a, this is not intended to be a piece of art. This is intended to give me something to paint from that's a little bit more interesting. So let's put some figures in this bar. There's a couple of people there having a jolly time. Some tables and whatever else, some lights, and so on. And the beauty with all this digital stuff is that if you do something you don't want, you can just undo. Have some lights on there. As this is a new channel, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and stick to the end and I'll show you what I do with this reference image with a watercolor painting, the old-fashioned way, paint and brush. Figure and a car here. Let's go to white. And figure there, coming towards this car. It's a bit tall, that one. Let's have two cars. Maybe that one is the front view of the car. And another person walking into the scene. Maybe we'll have a car parked outside the bar just to balance the scene out a little bit. Turning it into more of perhaps of a night scene. doing something a bit different. Obviously, it'll never replace traditional art for me, but because I actually enjoy the process of putting brush to paper and all that. But you can come up with some quite interesting scenes. These colours are a little bit bright, and it's fine for what I'm trying to do here. It's just so the way I do figures, it's just the body and then the legs. Just don't need arms waving out or anything like that. You just want to create the illusion that there's lots of people there. Turn that one into a silhouette. We have a blue car here. Perhaps a mauve one there. And it's the dark underneath on the wheels that just anchor the car to the ground. Silver car. So this is a case of learning on the job. A bit of light on that car on the boot. So I've spent many years painting, so I've got an idea about composition, tonal value, and all of that. So it's just a case of getting to understand how these tools work. Put another couple of figure there just to hide that car. It's not looking so good. When I come to do the painting, I'll melt all of those into each other, those figures and so on. That one. There's a car parked there. So it will suggest that the sunlight. So regards tools, I'm just using a basic size 5 that I need to experiment with all the tools, and there's so many on here. It's a bit overwhelming. So I can kind of remember what it was like when I first started painting, different brushes and all that sort of stuff, different paints. It's all a bit overwhelming, but get there eventually. Turn this down just a fraction. It's good to work all this out before I actually paint the scene as well. There's lots of things I can do to blend this and all that sort of stuff, which that will come later on in the future. But for now, we'll just do a little sketch on here. So I want to put some sunlight on that road. So what I tend to do, let's go for color harmony. Let's pick that yellow up there. Oh, hey, wrong button. Good job, there's a back. Wrong tool. So if we have some perhaps light on the road here, that's probably a little bit bright. It's better. It's that light between the wheels. maybe a bit of dappled sunlight coming across there. So if you're new to this channel, hit the like and subscribe. The videos will get better, honestly. Just need to learn how to use these tools, but I'm sharing this because those people already following my watercolor and oil channel I thought may be interested to see what the process is here for coming up with these designs and so on. So a bit of, ooh. It's all very clever, these things, that the brush or the pen here is pressure sensitive. If I press harder, it leaves a bigger mark. So this is a bit of dappled sunlight there. Okay, so I think that umbrella would be not quite so bright white. Let's tone that down with a bit of blue. Windshield, that one as well. I'm not sure what there was in the photograph, maybe just a garage or something, but it's now a fancy bar. Something across there. Seagulls and things in the sky, just adds a little bit of movement. There is something here, so let's put a A-frame board with today's specials on there. It's all about telling a story. And I think I could have a figure just coming into the scene here. And in the painting, you know, with the watercolor particularly, I don't need to have beautifully rendered legs and arms and things because we want to create that illusion of movement. So I'll leave you with the digital painting, which turned into a watercolor painting, and then it went back to a digital on Midjourney.